Okay, I've got a hairnet on, I've got a lab coat on, I've got even yellow boots on. So tucked away here in Kajang is a jewel of a place. It's a smokehouse. Here with me is Mr. Roloff. He's going to show me around the smokehouse. And this box is a jam of a lot of things. Look at this, all smoked salmon and everything. So this is the company of Mr. Roloff. He's going to show us around and show us all these beautiful fishes inside. Let's go.
Okay. So first of all, okay, they're going to pull the pin bones and they're going to take off the skin.
Oh, in almost one stroke.
Yeah. The idea is in one go. Yeah. You have generally less damage if you do it by hand.
Yeah, true. You get to control and how it turns out. You see the color of the fish is gorgeous.
Nice, eh?
Yeah, very nice.
So the salmon fillets have been now the pin bone out,
removed, yeah,
and the skin
out,
and the skin off, and then we have to deep chill it a bit, and then it can be machine sliced.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. So now we go and see the salting.
What type of salt is used for the salting?
Standard salt, and it's a bit of sugar added. No, not the equal ratio. But this depends on how you want to have the product tasted.
Ah, okay.
This is one way. This is dry salting. You can also put it in brine. It's an endless variety. You can add spices to it.
Yeah, herbs, dill, like a gravlax or something.
Yeah. So this is many ways.
How long is this salted, all this fish?
About half a day. But again, that can be done longer as well. This is part of the process. This is salting. After salting, you wash it. After washing, you wait because the salt has to go into the meat. And then after that, you smoke. So it takes all time. So if you have a mechanical filleting with the machine, then of course the bones will be totally clean. But we cut by knife, so it's a bit different.
Save cost. Sort of save cost also in a way.
It's these other machines are too expensive, so this is a bit labor intensive. Okay, these are the smoking ovens. Yeah.
So this one is cold smoking, right?
Yes. See, this is the smoking.
So what is the ice underneath for?
To keep the temperature down.
Ah, okay.
The smoke circulates in the oven. Yeah, this is. Obviously,
all right.
The burning.
Yeah, but it smells good though.
It's a mixture of beechwood.
So this gives like the kind of flavor that you're looking for on a salmon, right?
But like I said, you can put different kinds of wood, and there is really there's a lot of talk about what kind of wood to use and not use, but there's nothing definite. But you can't use Malaysian wood, except you don't have the standardized stuff here. You can make this wet, moist it, and then you get a different flavor, or simply you burn it at a higher temperature or a lower temperature. You get a different flavor.
I see.
If you burn the wood at a higher flavor, it becomes a bit more harsh, a bit more intense.
I see.
If you burn it at a low temperature, it becomes a bit milder, if you can say mild. And then, of course, you can simply put more smoke or less smoke. Okay, and we will show you in a second some hot smoked salmon and some cold smoked salmon. The difference is just basically hot smoke means it's cooked. So some products are always hot smoked, like sabo mackerel. If you do the smoking of that, that's always hot smoked, so it's always cooked. The objective is to achieve a certain flavor. Our production runs are typically very small, a few hundred kilos at a time. Yeah. It goes batch by batch, and that's basically how much we can keep in the smoking oven. That's a few 100 kilo max at a time, so that is basically the way it runs through. Let's go through it a bit. This is red snapper.
Red snapper. Wow, look at the color.
So this is smoked red snapper. Yeah.
This is hot smoke or cold smoke?
This is cold smoke.
Cold smoke.
Yeah. This is a gravlax. This with dill.
Dill, yeah.
Yeah, this is marinated. This one is not smoked.
Oh, it's just cured, right?
It's simply cured. Then we have here snowfish.
Yeah. And the different kinds of salmon over here.
Yep.
Okay, there you have it, guys. Thank you very much, Mr. Roloff.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you. Right, so these are some of the goodies that I brought back from Albatross Exim, courtesy of Mr. Roloff. Here's a red snapper. Look at this beautiful piece of fish. You can see the skin. And there's a beautiful smoked fillet or meat side. Then I have some smoked mackerel as well as some grubber locks, which is basically cured salmon. I'll be using that in my cheese baked rice. Alright, so since the whole fillet, I have to slice it really thinly. Here at the studio, we don't have any mechanical slicer, so we have to do it by hand. Just thin slices. We're going to be doing about 2 small bowls, so adjust accordingly how much you need. And see the texture is quite firm, this one. That's about all we need. Grab our bowls of rice. We don't want to cook this any further, so we're going to place them in between the rice. So every spoonful you get this sort of explosion of mackerel, red snapper and salmon. Alternatively, you could also layer with slices of fish, rice, it's up to you. Okay, as part of the cheese baked rice, I'll need to make some bechamel first. It's basically just equal parts of butter and flour, and then a bit of milk as well. Just let your butter melt. When it starts to melt a little bit, you add in your flour, cook off the raw edge, and you add your milk after that. What we're making now is actually called a roux, which is actually sort of a mixture of butter and cooked flour. It is a thickening agent, usually used in making white sauces, a bechamel actually, which we can then make into a white sauce. So grab your milk. Let's see, you want to cook it a bit to take off the sort of raw taste of the flour. You can also use the whisk to do it, to prevent any lumps from forming. You scoop on top of your rice. It's a really thick bechamel. Okay. Now just grab your cheese. You can use any cheese you like. Cheddar, mozzarella, Gruyere, Parmesan, Grana Padano, your favorite cheese. Okay. Just grate some over. It's a very simple recipe. It's a no-brainer actually, but it's so easy to whip up at home. And pop that into your oven or toaster oven. We don't have a huge oven back at the studio, so we're just making do with what we have. Carefully slide them in the toaster oven. If you have an oven at home, 180 degrees, about 10 to 12 minutes would be just fine. Leave it inside the oven and it'll be done in about 10 to 12 minutes. When it's golden brown, when it's bubbling, it's good to go. Alright, so it's been about 12 minutes now. My cheesy baked rice has been bubbling away. Make sure you get a cloth to handle the rice. Okay? Amazing. Okay. It's 1 and 2. It's really hot. Alright, so what you want to do now is just grab some chopped herbs. Maybe just garnish it with a little of the fish I used earlier. So, I have some of the red snapper I used earlier, just place it on top. Nice slices, just like that. Looks a bit like a donburi, right? So I'm going to grab some herbs from behind me. Okay, so here I've got some dill. Alright, dill goes naturally with salmon and most fish dishes. So what you want to do, crumple it up in your hands. So I'll just snip them off like that into your cheesy baked rice. Give it just a bit of colour. Then some chives maybe. Very simply also snip them off. It's a very Nigella Lawson style, very laid back, very lazy kind of cooking. Okay, so I'm just going to try it a bit. It's hot. It's really good. Now time for the crew. You guys? Alright.